Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about iPhone 12 has been performing after one full week on iOS 26.0.1. This is my blue iPhone 12 128GB storage and it's currently at 84% battery health. I have been using it every day, testing battery life, heating, camera and overall performance. So let's dive in and find out if this update actually improved things or made them worse. So let's talk about design and display. iPhone 12 still feels premium even in 2025 with the flat edge aluminum frame with back glass. It weighs around 164 grams and the size is perfect and for one hand usage. The display is 6.1 inches Super Retina XDR OLED panel with 460 ppi. Animations on iOS 26.0.1 look smoother than before, especially compared to iOS 26. Though you can still occasional lag, like you can still feel that lag when switching between apps or just when going to home screen or opening the control center. The liquid glass design introduced in iOS 26 looks amazing on an OLED screen. The colors are punchy, bright, saturated. They pop beautifully and transitions look buttery when they don't stutter. Talking about performance, under the hood we have got the Apple A14 Bionic chip with 5 nanometer architecture with 6 core CPU and 4 core GPU. So I have ran a Geekbench test. Let me show you how this goes. CPU scores and all the scores are on negative side, but I literally don't trust on the numbers. The daily usage is far better than the iOS 26. So you can check here the GPU scores here. Now in daily use, the phone feels faster and more stable than it did on iOS 26. I ran a Geekbench test and surprisingly the scores were slightly lower than before, maybe due to background thermal control, but real world performance is smoother overall. Let's talk about heating and battery. iPhone 12 heats because that been the one of the biggest issue. Even after this update, the 12 still heats up easily, especially during charging or while recording video. The battery sizes like 2800 2850 mAh battery performs slightly better than iOS 26 on iOS 26.0.1, but it's still not great. One moderate use, browsing social media or some YouTube, it lasts around 4 to 5 hours, I can say. But if we are on Wi-Fi, but if you're using a mobile data, done in 2 hours. If you're using this iPhone from long enough, you have to get the replaced, like battery replaced, right? I use Apple's 20-watt original charger and it takes around an hour and 30 minutes for a full charge. It does get warm during charging, which I think Apple's way of balancing fast charge and heat control. Let's talk about the cameras. iPhone 12 have 12 megapixel dual camera setup, a wide and ultra wide lens, and a 12 megapixel front camera. On iOS 26, the new camera design feels smoother with transition between photo and video models, refined. Photo still comes out crisp and balanced. Apple's Smart HDR does a solid job on iPhone 12. Yeah, this phone have Smart HDR on its on. Photos still comes out crisp and balanced. It's good in good lighting. The phone performs almost like new. However, I have seen some people online saying that they don't like the new camera layout, but to me it's more minimal and feels different. But I personally like how responsive it feels now. Let's talk about the connectivity and other features. Connectivity wise, like networks, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, AirDrop works fine for me. There were times when it stopped responding AirDrop, but I restarted the phone and it fixed immediately. I also used the 3 tools to transfer some data from iPhone 12 to Windows laptop and it connected without any issues. Face ID is solid, unlocks every time and works even in dim lighting. Apple definitely refined Face ID performance with this update. Software and experiences are great. The iOS 26.0.1 feels like what iOS 26 should have been: smoother animations, better app transitions, and fewer frame drops. Apple seems to have done some under the hood optimizations to control heating, though it's still noticeable in long sessions. Battery drain is still there, but it's not aggressive as before. Though my phone's battery needs a replacement, I think in your case it should be similar. How's yours? Just let me know in the comment section. Let's give me a final verdict now. So after using iOS 26 0.1, the iPhone 12 for a week, here's my conclusion. It has some positives and some negatives. So let's talk about pros first. Smoother animations than iOS 26, slightly better battery, refined camera UI, improved Face ID. Now let's talk about negativities. Negatives, still heats quite a lot. Battery life is not ideal at all. Geekbench scores lower than before. Occasional app lags. And yeah, I think Apple will fix these issues in new few updates. If they do, iPhone 12 might become the smoothest 60Hz iPhone running on iOS 26 liquid glass design. For now, it's usable and stable but not perfect. So that's my 1 week review and experience with the iOS 26 0.1 on iPhone 12. If you're already on iOS 26, I would say go ahead and update. It's final. It's definitely an improved version. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the iPhone 12, how it's performing in your case after the update. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more iOS reviews and updates. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Take care. Bye-bye.